Yeah, online guys, good morning. Offline, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
So, yeah, one more time, I will explain the interpretation process. Okay, focus here, try to understand. Okay, and then we will move to the next feature. Got it? Okay, let me on this. Fine, let's go for this. So, first of all, what is source code? What do you understand by source code? Yes, at least you can speak something. What is source code? Whatever the programmer is writing, that is nothing but the source code program, right? Or the block of code, you can say. Once we convert the source code into byte code, okay, who is taking care of that conversion? Compiler. So it is simple. Once we create the source code, and source code has been created with which what extension? .py extension. .py extension is used to say that this particular file belongs to Python. Okay, this belongs to Python. Next, after this source code, compiler will take care of this source code for converting this into what? Byte code. This is also known as intermediate code. Okay, byte code now will be converted or will be sent to whom? PVM. This is one-on-one process. First, it is going to go for, first we have to write the source code. Then source code will be converted into byte code. Who is going to convert? Python compiler. Compiler will check the error line by line. Okay. So every process here, it will take the same step, that is nothing but line by line of reading, line by line of code. Okay, so I can say it is also line by line of process. Which one? This execution part. Okay, this execution part also will get done line by line. Are you getting it? That means this is compilation process, and this is, here it is execution process. Execution process. Okay. So first, if you check here, this is the compilation process. In compilation process, Python compiler will convert the source code into byte code. Before conversion, it will read line by line of code and it will check for the errors. Once it complete all the tasks of compiler, it will give the intermediate code to whom? PVM. PVM then will take care of the byte code and will convert that byte code into what? Machine understandable code. Okay, machine understandable code. And then this machine understandable code will go to what? Processor and operating system, because every software, every system has its own operating system and processor that only knows the computer language, that is binary values, zeros and ones. So this byte code is being converted into machine understandable code, that is binary code, 0 and 1. Then this 0 and 1 can only be understandable by OS, or this is OS, not OO. Okay, this is OS. Okay, OS and processor. Then that processor and operating system will give the result. As simple as it is. Let me give you one simple example. Myself, I don't know Telugu, right? I don't know Telugu. I only know Hindi and my own native language. One of my Bobby is here. Bobby, you know Telugu, right? Bobby knows Telugu. Someone knows Hindi. Okay, some more you know Hindi. Okay, let's suppose he's speaking to me. Okay, he's talking to me, but he is not able to understand Hindi. Then what he will do? he will consider one more person who knows Hindi and English both. Okay, he will get one more person that who knows Hindi and English both. Now what they will do, that person will convert, or that person will translate that particular Hindi sentence into what? Telugu, right? That conversion of one language into another language is nothing but compilation process, or we can also call it as conversion of one language into another language. That can be done by whom? PVM. What PVM is doing? What PVM does? Conversion of byte code into machine understandable code. So let's suppose I am a machine, you are the human. You are giving source code. In between that, we have one compiler. Compiler does what? Converting source code into byte code. Also, it is checking for, okay, that you keep it aside. Error checking, you keep it aside. Major thing is what? It is converting source code into byte code. Then that byte code can only be understandable by, or after conversion of byte code into machine understandable code, that who can understand now? PVM. Only PVM can understand, and that PVM will give all this stuff to operating system, and then that operating system again will convert those machine understandable code into human language. Okay, this is how Bobby knows only Telugu. We are speaking in Hindi. That person will translate it into Telugu. Okay. Then again he can understand that particular thing. Again he will give the answer to that person, and that person again he will give it to us, the reply or whatever it is. So it is a scenario. It is kind of a circle, you can say cycle. It is once we are talking to them, once I am talking to him, he will convert with the help of that person. Then again that person will convert it into me. That is a cycle. Here also it is doing what? Same thing. First it will come to the compiler. Compiler will convert source code into byte code. Byte code will go to PVM. PVM will convert into machine understandable. Machine understandable is nothing but binary value. Binary language can only be understandable by systems, machines, right? Then again after that, give it to operating system. Operating system or processor will give you the result, and that result is nothing but the human understandable language. Now do you have any question? Do you have doubt in this? This is the process, or we can say this is known as interpretation process, how it works and what it does. Okay, Anil, still you have question? Still you have doubt? Pakka? Okay. So let's move to the theory part. Okay, one by one we will go for interpretation. What is the meaning of interpretation? Everyone knows now, right? Everyone knows what is the meaning of interpretation. First of all, I will go for naming convention. Naming convention. What is naming convention here? How we name the particular Python file. Okay, because see, writing one code is something different. Writing one code is something totally different. It is. Guys, why you are sitting that much far back to me? You could also come here, na? I could not be able to see you. That's why I called you. Where is your notebook? First class. Okay, fine. Naming convention. What is naming convention? Everyone has its own name. Okay. With that name only we are calling everyone. Okay. That means my name is Pratyush. So how you will call? Either with my name or my pet name. Okay. Yes or no? So everything has its own naming convention. Likewise, py is also having one naming convention. That is nothing but dot py, right? That is what? Dot py. So I can write Python program are saved. with what? With the extension called dot py. How we are saving it? For example, let's take an example. We call this as file name dot py. Okay, this is known as naming convention. Next, I will go for internal internal process. How it works. By reading this also, you will be able to understand what is interpretation process. Okay, simple example. I'm simple theory part. I'm giving you simple notes. I'm giving you. Okay, with the help of this, easily you can be able to understand. Okay, now in internal process, we have two things. One is compilation, and another one is execution. So how many parts we had? Compilation process and execution process. Okay, so let's go for compilation process. Okay, what is compilation process? Tell me. The yeah, I can say the process of converting, yes, source code into byte code. Process of converting source code into byte code. I will also say the Python source code is checked for syntax. Okay, first it will check for syntax, or we can say syntax error also. Okay, by the who is checking? Python compiler. Python compiler. Who is checking it? Python compiler. So what it does? It checks the syntax error. Now what is syntax error? What is syntax? Yesterday I have told you what is syntax. Set of rules, right? So whenever we are following the set of rules, let's suppose in a other traditional languages, okay, if I forget to use that curly braces, what it will give? Syntax error. That means we are lack of the syntax. We are writing with something which is making that syntax error. Okay, curly braces, we have to write curly braces in Python also while writing a block of code. And block of code, what does it mean? Block of code, that means whenever those who are from CS background, they would have known about this. That is, if we draw any kind of or if we write any kind of Python code, longer block of code. Okay, let's suppose if condition, for loop, while loop. Okay, so there it takes indentation block of code. Okay, that there it takes indentation. Let me give you simple example. Okay, take it as a simple example. I'm not going to explain you what we are doing here. Let's suppose for I in range of 10 to 20, I am writing. What it is doing, what it does, I will explain you later on. Okay, I will write print of I. Okay, print of I. Simply I will go and first I need to save this. So every time whenever you are working with the batch mode, you have to save the file. That is the main advantage of having batch mode. That means we can write multiple line of code. We can write multiple line of code, as well as we can save it for the further use. Okay, later use we can save it. So let's suppose I'm writing simple.py. Simple.py. Okay, let's run this. Okay, I have Python terminal. Directly I will go. Simply just go for this 11 a.m. interpretation process. Okay, simple. Here it is. File it is simple. What file it is? If you check here, what file it is? Py file, right? That means it belongs to Python. Just write cmd. It is opening that particular file location. How to run this, I will explain you later on. How I am running this, you see. Py simple dot py. We are getting the values. From 10 to 19, we are getting the values. But what if the same program, let's make one mistake here. Here, did I write anything, this curly braces and all? No, just how I have written the code. If you want to write a block of code, you have to give this semicolon. Okay. If you want to write any indentation block of code, you have to give what? Semicolon. It could be anything. It could be if condition, conditional statement, looping statement, while loop. Okay. It could be also the exception handling. It could also be the class. So wherever you want the indentation block of code, you have to start with colon. Okay, you have to start with colon. Now let's go for it. I am making mistake here. Once I click enter, where it is coming? It is coming, so you see, 4 space, 1 tab. Okay, where it is coming? 1 tab away from the same line. Yes or no? Okay, but I will give here. Now you go and run this. What we are getting? Indentation error. What type of expected an indentation block of after for statement? That means what? We are making mistake. We are making mistake here, right? Yes or no? Okay. That means compilation process checks for syntax error. It could be syntax error or it could also be other error as well. But mostly here also it is a syntax error kind of thing only. Syntax says what? We have to follow the rules. Yes or no? We have to follow the rules. Okay. Now it is fine. Or else you can also keep it as just press the enter key. Yes. Fine. So the process, the Python source code is checked for syntax error by the Python compiler. Okay. And if no error found, if no error found, it's converted, or I will write it will converted into what? Bytecode. That is nothing but this is known as pyc dot pyc, Python compiler. Okay, pyc it is. Next, error are displayed if syntax issue exists. Okay, we have already seen if any kind of syntax issue is there, then it will display particular error message. Got it? Fine. let's go for let's go for execution process. Okay, let me check one more thing. For online guys, it is must to join with your original name. Don't give any fake name or Oppo or Vivo kind of thing. Okay, join with your original name. Don't use any kind of your nickname as well. Okay, execution process. Acha, one more thing. From the next week, probably after your enrollment, we will start the lab session as well for offline, and for online as well. We will provide you one slot, okay, given slot that only can be available for online students. Okay, for offline, you will be having the offline lab session there in third floor. You have third floor lab. Okay, you can go, you can practice over there. So I will be there wherever, whenever you want. The If you have any kind of doubt, if you will get any kind of doubt, you can easily ask me. I will be here, or I will be there, available all the time. Okay, so you can join, but after enrollment. Once you join, once you enroll yourself, then we will continue with the lab session as well. Okay, how to install, how to run Python code, everything. Those who are from non CS background, I will explain you one by one. Okay, here also I will explain you, and personally also I can explain. Got it? So two things you have to take care of this. Next is fee payment. Fee payment, already enrollment is started, so please make sure that you are paying the fee, or enroll yourself as soon as possible, so that we can go smoothly, okay, without any intervention. Are you getting it? This is all about it. Two more things I will tell you later on. Okay, execution process. What is execution process? The Python virtual machine. Virtual machine. What it is? That means PVM. Okay, the Python virtual machine reads, how it reads the code, or the byte code, I can say the byte code, line by line, and converting it into machine or machine readable would be a good word. Readable code. Okay, machine readable language or code, whatever you can write. Okay, that is nothing but binary. That is the execution process. That means the Python virtual machine PVM reads byte code line by line. Okay, and it converts that into what? Machine understandable code, right? Also, this code this code is then interpreted by operating system and processor to the, or to, I can say, to produce the result. Are you getting it? Easy it is. Okay, next. So I will give, now I will write the interpretation based language. Java, Python, these are what? Interpretation based language. Okay, so Python is one of the Python is one of the interpretation based programming language. Okay, and it involves a line by line of conversion process. Are you getting it? Line by line of conversion process. More, you can say, making it an, or making it, okay, an interpretation programming language. Simple it is. So this is all about interpretation process. Do you have any doubt? Shall we move ahead? What is next one? High level programming, the most important. Python, Java, these are called high level programming language. Okay. Why it is known as high level programming language? Okay, let me give you one example. How many types of language machine knows? Hmm? One. That is what? Binary language, right? Only one type of language machine knows. That is binary language, or we can say machine understandable language. Okay. How many we knows? So many. But in which language we are writing the code mostly? English. That English is known as high level language. That English is known as high level language. Python or machine knows only one language, that is known as low level language. Okay, so let me explain you with example. Let's go to Python. Let's say I am giving the value 10101001. Okay, whatever it is. What value it is? What type of value it is? Binary. Will you able to crack it quickly? Even if you want, you have to take pen and paper and you have to calculate it. Yes or no? Immediately can you give it? No. Now, why Python is interpretation based programming? Because why are you finding anything funny here? Are you finding anything funny? So why you are seeing every time and smiling to him? Are you finding anything funny here? No, if you are finding, you can tell me. We will also laugh together. Okay, 101. I should not use 101. Tell me. Okay. So this is binary language, right? Okay. Now Python knows only what language? Sorry, machine knows only binary language, right? So if I give to this to machine, that particular machine will easily able to understand what this is, but as a human we cannot understand it easily, right? So for that, what I have to do? Let's say I will go for hexa of, or let's suppose, okay, print of. Easily Python will give you the answer. Okay, what it is? 1010. Okay, sorry, I forgot one thing. 0b, 0b. Okay, now you check it. What we are getting? 341. Now we can easily understand what language it is. What language it is? Human understandable language. 341. Everyone can understand that is what language it is. Human language, right? This is known as high level language. That means easily Python is able to convert, even though we are giving the output in the form of input in the form of binary, easily it is able to convert it into what? Human language. And this language, programmatically, if we say, this language is known as, or this number, this output is known as decimal values. Okay, when it comes to data types, I will explain you how to convert this value into decimal, how to convert octal into decimal, how to convert hexadecimal into decimal. Okay, everything I will explain you. For now you have to understand this value is a binary value, and in other traditional languages like C++, if I give like this, it only can be able to understand this. That's it. It is not going to convert this 10101 into the decimal format. Who is taking care of this? Python. Python can easily convert this octal number into what number? Decimal number. Easily it is. Okay, raise the hand those who belongs to maths background. PCM. No one. Only one. And Sorry. Okay. Okay. Fine. So if you check decimal, whenever we say decimal, those who belongs to this mathematical or physics background, they might have known with this, or they are familiar with this, I guess so. Binary, decimal, hexadecimal, the conversion system, we are calling it as a number conversion system. Okay, how we can convert one number system into different number system, how to convert binary into decimal, how to convert decimal or decimal into binary, right? How to convert hexadecimal into decimal or decimal into vice versa, right? N number of four number system we have: decimal, octal, binary, and hexadecimal. Four number system we have, and in four ways, eight ways are there to convert those number system into vice versa, like binary to decimal, decimal to binary. Similarly, octal to decimal, decimal to octal. So multiple ways we have, total eight ways I am going to show you. Not now, when it comes to data representation, because before knowing the integer data, we have to know how it is converting those particular data into binary, then again binary into decimal format. Because this is a cycle. One more time I will tell you, this is a cycle, right? Once we give the input to the system, that system will convert it into what? Binary. We are giving the human language to the system. Let's suppose it is a Python. Okay, we are giving our input to the Python. Python does, with the help of PVM, what it does? Convert into machine understandable. Yes or no? Machine can know only 0 or 1, right? Binary. After conversion of binary, it will, that particular machine will get that the particular human want to say this. Okay, then again after, for output, it will convert that binary into what? Decimal number, or we can say human understandable. This is also the same. We are giving input as what? We are giving input as what? Binary, right? It is giving output as what? Decimal. I am giving output as a is equals to, or I will say bin of 3, what it is, 341. Check it out, what we are getting, same value we are getting. Means converting of binary into decimal, decimal into binary. The programming language said to be an high level programming language when it is capable of converting what? Binary language into, or machine level language into, high level language. Not decimal, you should not say decimal. We are talking about high level, low level, and machine level. So the programming language is said to be high level when it is able to convert what? Machine understandable code into easily human understandable code. Got it? Simple it is. This question, this is what the uh, example I have given here. Okay, let's go for the notes, and here you will easily understand what it is. So let's copy this. Fine. What is high level now? Tell me. Basically, we have two types of programming language. What are they? They are, first is high level, and second one is low level. Okay. Now what is high level? One by one we will see this. Or let's start with low level first. What is low level? Then I will explain you what is high level. Okay. Uh, okay. Let's go for low level first. So what is low level programming language? Whatever the numbers or whatever the input we are giving, if it is understandable by the system easily, that means the binary number easily can be understandable by machine, right? So I will write in these programming languages. Okay, we use lower level data. Okay, or lower level data representation. What is that lower level data representation? Like binary, octal. Okay, uh not decimal. Decimal is a hexadecimal, I can say. And and hexadecimal. Decimal means we can easily understand it. Okay, so what are the data representation we have? Binary, octal, hexadecimal, right? These are the values, these are the data we have which low level programming language can easily understand, right? So for example, if I give you example, let's take an example. Example is, if I have let's suppose binary. I'm taking first as binary a. Binary, if I have a is equals to 0b 0b 10101010. Okay, will you able to understand quickly? No. Let's take another. B is equals to, if you have octal is equals to b is equals to, I will say 0 b 0 o 2 3. Will you able to crack it? Yes or no? Let's suppose one more I have. C is equals to, let's take for a hexadecimal. So D is equals to, okay, D is equals to, let's take uh, 0 0 x x. Okay, let's say face. Will you able to understand what is the output of this? Will you able to understand? No. But here, that is the Python. Python is what type of language? High level. Easily can be able to understand the low level programming language, and can also be easily convert that particular language into human understandable, or we can say high level language. Okay, so what is high level language? What is high level language? Let's go for second. What is high level language? That is, in these programming language, in these programming languages, yes, tell me, even though you use, or we use, yes, lower level data representation, data like, what are these? Binary, octal, and hexadecimal. Yes, high level language like Python, convert them convert them into what? Now you have to say decimal. Okay, decimal can be understandable by human easily, right? So what it does in these programming languages, even though we use lower level data like binary, octal, hexadecimal. It can be easily converted into what? Decimal. Who is converting? Python. So Python is what type of language? High level language. Got it? Yes or no? Okay, fine. So this is all about, and it is also easy to understand by user. Now who is user? See here, term user and programmer is different. Whenever I say user means that particular third person should not be a programmer. You guys are programmers who you guys are going to write the program. Yes, but user, when I say user, any uh, random person, if I pick any random person from the kphb, will I say they are programmer? No, that person is not a programmer. They are user who is going to use our application. But you are the programmer. Those who are writing the code, those who are using that particular language, they are what? Programmer. Okay, so user and programmer are different. Mostly in websites also, or in academics also, faculty says like user defined, user defined function, user defined class, user defined method. No, it should not be user defined. Who is defining that? The programmer is defining that. You are the programmer, right? Not user. User who uses the particular software. Are you getting it? Okay, fine. So basically user also can easily understand it. User means any layman. Okay, those who don't even know what is programming, they also can easily understand the output. Yes, 345 easily can be understandable by anyone, but 101010, who can understand? Either it is machine or the programmer. That is also programmer can only be able to understand when they keep pen and paper. Yes or no? Okay, fine. So this is all about high level programming language. Example, you can say example is nothing but Python. Okay, so I will keep it here. Example is Python. Okay, let's go for. Do you have any question? Okay, let me ask for. Yes, online students. Do you have any question? Yes. No. Okay, fine. Let's go for next. Next is what? Eighth one. Sorry, seventh one it is, which is robust. What is the meaning of robust? Strong. By seeing this, you can say it is strong. Before that, what is robust? Yes, Bobby, smile. Don't be sad. Robust means strong. Why we are calling Python as a strong language or a robust language? Something, it is something is there that makes Python strong language, right? Or robust language. What it is? Do you heard about this exception handling? What it is? Hmm. What is exception? That comes not so frequently. Yes or no? Exception. In program, we also have the exception term, but when we are using this exception, exception is nothing but the runtime error. Okay, what is exception? Or runtime error. Let me give you a simple example so that you will understand what is exception here. Guys, do you have fear of writing a code? You might have fear of writing a code, but not seeing the code. Do you have fear? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes. Okay, let me give you an example. Easily you can write these codes. No need to worry about the syntax. No need to worry about the rules. Okay? But not now. Don't write a single code now. Don't try to write. When it comes, when the time comes, I will tell you when to write. Okay? Just focus on the concepts. Whatever the concept we are seeing here, just focus on that and try to understand it. Don't remember it. Okay, remembering is the blunder, I would say. Why? Because if you remember today, tomorrow you may. Okay, so better to understand the concept. Okay, na? Yes or no at least. Okay. No, also you can say sometimes. Huh? Boys are looking like, sir, I will kill you. Okay, let's go for one example. A is equals to 10. What value it is? Integer value. B is equals to 0. What value it is? Integer value. 0 is also integer value. Yes. Now tell me what is the answer for this. C is equals to A divided by B, and I am printing that particular C. Yes. 0. Hmm? Not defined. Yes. Tell me. Anil, what is the answer for this online? Handle. Okay. Yes. 0. Manish says 0. Okay. Fine. You check it out. What we are getting? This is known as error. What we are getting? Error. Okay, because can we divide any number by 0? How can you say it is as 0? It is not 0. In your phone as well you try to do, it won't show any output. Okay, or someone started trying that. Huh? Okay, so if you try with this, it is not going to work. Why? Because we cannot divide any positive value with 0. Okay, it won't give. In program, in Python program, what it, or in any program, what it gives? Zero division error. That means division by 0 is not allowed. What it is saying? Division by 0. Okay, and see, Python provides this much simpler error name or error messages that everyone can easily understand. Everyone means every programmer, not the user, right? So every programmer can easily understand that particular error name or the sentence statement, sorry. Okay, fine. So what makes Python robust here? What makes Python robust here? First let me write the thing here, then I will explain you what is robustness. So Python is considered as a robust language, a robust programming language, because it has, or it offers, I will write, offers exception handling. Exception handling. Now you will think, what is exception handling? Okay, no need to think about what is exception handling. I will tell you what is, in easiest way I will tell you what is exception handling. Okay, first of all, why Python is robust? Because of exception handling. Everyone should remember this. Why Python is strong? Because of exception handling. But why? Okay, but why? Question is, but why? You have to remember that Python is strong because of exception handling. Now you have to understand why. Okay, why it is. Let me explain you one by one. Here we have written the code that says we cannot divide any positive value, positive non-zero value with 0, right? So this is an exception. This is an exception. Exception name is what? So I can say while running the program, we are getting the error. Yes, focus here. While running the program, we are getting the error that says exception is nothing but runtime error. Exception is nothing but runtime error. And while running the code, we are getting the error, right? Acha. One more thing. Can any user can easily understand this? Yes or no? User, the layman, can they able to understand this error name and the statement? Yes or no? At least tell me. No, right? Okay, let me tell you. If I write a longer 100 line of code, maybe the particular programmer can easily understand that code, right? But can any user be able to understand that? No. Likewise, this error is also like the same. Now tell me, can user be able to understand this error name or error code? No. Okay, this is not possible. This is not possible. Simple example I will give you. Let's take an ATM program. Everyone go to ATM. Okay, everyone go to ATM. What is the first task you have to do there? Inserting your card and then pin the write the pin or enter the pin. That is the first or second task, right? Fine. If you write any wrong input means wrong password, wrong pin, what should it say? What should it display? Incorrect, correct pin number, right? Incorrect pin number. What if behind that also one program is there? Yes or no? Behind that also one program is there. What if that particular ATM displays the program error? Whatever the error you are entering, let's suppose in place of the number, in place of your pin, you are writing any name, your name you are writing. What error it should display? Please enter integer format, right? Please enter integer format. But what you are entering? String format. But what if you are entering a string there and that is showing any program terms of error? Will you able to understand? Yes or no? No. Likewise in ATM also, you are entering pin and you are entering wrong pin. What should it display? Enter the correct pin. But it is returning back something which is considered as programming error. Will you able to understand? No. No user can easily understand the programmatical error, right? Yes or no? But exception handling is something which allows us to display the message which is user friendly. Okay, now any user cannot understand this. User cannot understand this easily. For this, I will make simple. I will make try. And what is try, what is catch, you leave it for now. Okay, I will explain you. Except inside this except, I will write this error name, exception name. Okay, here I will write print of please enter any, please enter the input properly, or I will write please enter denominator as non-zero value, non-zero value. Are you getting it? Now you check what it is printing. Are we getting error? Are we getting error? Now what we are getting? Now any user can easily understand this. That means, what is exception handling? The purpose of exception handling is to convert the technical error message into user friendly error message. The purpose of exception handling is what? Technical error message into user friendly error message. You are entering wrong pin, and if it is saying the technical error message, user cannot understand that technical error message. What they can understand? User friendly error message. Enter the correct pin. That is what the user can easily understand. But if he says like this, will he able to understand? No. So what is the purpose of exception handling? Converts technical error message into user friendly error message. Mostly most of the people, if we ask like what is exception handling, most of the people says who handles the exception. Okay, this is incorrect, or this is a blunder. Handling, that's why it is known as exception handling, who handles the exception. But how it is handling, that is the main question mark. Okay, so now you know that what is exception handling? Conversion of technical error message into user friendly error. And when it comes to exception handling, I will tell you how many types of exception we have, and how we can handle those exceptions. And we also can raise the exception. Okay, we also can raise the exception. System exception is different. We also can be able to raise the exception, our own exception. And what is exception? Exception, what is exception? I'm not talking about what is exception handling.
Runtime errors.
Runtime errors. Exception is what? Runtime errors. Okay, to handle those runtime error, we are using what? Exception handling. What is the purpose of exception handling? Is to convert. Got it? Okay, so I'm stopping here. I will give you the notes tomorrow. Got it? Do you have any doubt? Online, offline? Do you have any doubt? So we have seen two things. One is interpretation process, second high level language, and third one is robust. I hope you understood each and every topic here. Okay, fine. So tomorrow I will, on Monday I will give you the notes. So one more time, those who are new to this class, offline and online, those whoever it is new to this class, please follow the previous recordings. Okay, we already been completed 2 or 3 days, 4 days of our session. Okay, so please follow the recordings, follow each and everything. I have been uploading the notes from the first day. Okay, so follow the notes as well, and follow the recordings. If you are getting any kind of doubt, please reach out to me. I will be here. Okay, and once complete all this, enroll yourself. Okay, now do you have any question? Online, do you have any question? Shall we stop it here? You want to ask anything? Okay, thank you so much guys. See you on Monday. Bye bye, take care and keep practicing.